Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the Isle of Blythesmoth. Before we go around and say hello to everyone, please take a moment to check out our social links, which are coming up in chat now. Our Discord is booming, come and be a part of it, full of wonderful people who are supportive and helpful and generally lovely. I can vouch for nearly all of them, I think, and there's like 1,000 people in there, so that's a bold claim, but I'm going to make it anyway. Twitter, if you want to get into a game, send me a DM, I'll get you into a game. We have D&D twice this week, we have Ryutama, we have the Scum and Villainy system, and more. Paranoia, that's the other one. It was the last game I played, funnily enough, yesterday. Funny how these things slip your mind. Yeah, send me a DM, I'll get you a game. And if you want to go and catch episode 1 and all the other premieres and all the other shows and see what it's like before you dip your toes in, go and check out the YouTube. Please check out our sponsors, all of whom have Black Friday sales on. All of them. Black Fridays everywhere. All the Fridays are black. So, all of the sponsors have Black Fridays. Let's check out first Mage Press. You can go and pre-order their sci-fi expansion, Dark Matter, in hardback. Now, up until now, I've been telling y'all to use my code MHPScrap for a 15% discount. Now, they currently have a Black Friday deal of 25% discount, so go and use that, and heck, why not see if my code will stack with that to give you, like, 75% of 15% of 75%, like, that's... like, I don't know, 67.5% price paid, or something like that. That sounds like good maths, right? Quick maths. I'm good at quick maths. Not necessarily right maths, but quick maths. Also, check out the Deck of Many. The Deck of Many, they made the Deck of Many things, the Deck of Many animated things, the Deck of Many animated spell cards, the Humblewood setting, also available in hardback as of this month, and they too have a Black Friday sale. If you purchase over $100 worth of goods, you can get free shipping with the code Scratticus. Lastly, you saw the little figurines on the intro screen. If you want to go and make your own, head over to Hero Forge. Not only can you create your own customizable minis in plastic, metal, and 3D downloadable files, you can also get $5 off with the code Scratticus on your first purchase. So go and take advantage of that now. Well, this is Black Friday. Black Friday everywhere. Also, we do have retweet rewards, which I'm sure I've spoken with Kayla about before, and there's retweet rewards. In fact, we got chat rolling in this very game, if I'm correct. Was it this game last week where we enabled the chat being able to roll the... Yeah,
so, actually, yeah.
Go and retweet the tweets. Every 10 retweets, we are going to have wild magic shenanigans. Ah, the code doesn't stack. Well, thank you, Vieslings, for checking. I mean, we're just going to take that up with Justin. Just send him messages on my behalf. Don't do that. Don't actually do that. But 25% now with their Black Friday sales. So go and take advantage of it. Have I done everything? I think I've done everything. Let's go round and say hello to everyone. Kayla, why don't I hand the stream over to you? You can introduce everyone. It'd be wonderful.
Oh, okay. Well, hi. I'll start with myself first. Because I'm that Kayla person. How you doing, chat? Looking beautiful tonight. I love you. All your faces.
I can just hear turkey singing in the background. It's wonderful.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I have to give a warning. There's noise. It's the night before Thanksgiving in America, and things are happening and stuff. But hopefully it will die down as the night goes on. Maybe. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for tonight. Tonight's going to be good. Also, if you want, you can also catch me on Monday nights. It's at 10:30 p.m. EST. I play Reese in Tact and Diplomacy, and he is a big, giant, angry boy. Woof.
Still haven't read the docket you sent me.
Don't worry about it. It is...
I am looking forward to it. I just want to give it the due time and respect it deserves.
It is a lot of emotional outpouring in that game, and I happen to make a complete document for my character of just constant pages upon pages of emotional outpouring, and it is a lot. But it's only the second episode, and things got heated. So if you want to check that out, Mondays. Yeah, he tortures me instead of me torturing them. So, anyway, going on to the next person, we will go on to Javier or Kai.
Hello, my name is Kai. I can be found as academic on nearly everything. I will be playing Javier Belcourt this campaign. I can be found here every Wednesday here in this story, and sometimes whenever Scrat grabs me by my scruff and goes like, "Hey, you, there is nothing like a sleeping schedule," and I say, "Yes, that is true." I do all kinds of stuff. I recently released my first game. I gotta plug it just a second. Yeah, I retweeted it. It's on top of my Twitter. I wrote it and drew it myself. So yeah, it's like shameless.
Links in the chat. Links in the chat.
Links in the chat will come. But yeah, that's me, and I'm very looking forward to what you've got in store, Kayla.
Next, we will go to D'Artagnan. Or
Hi, Kent Weaves here. You can find me here at Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Pacific time, or 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm excited for sailing today. I'm excited for lots of stuff. I'm sorry, I'm also really intrigued by the makeup that I did, so I'm a little I did this in 15 minutes. Cool. Okay.
And it looks wonderful. Thank you also, Kent, for joining us on the second episode. Kent's first stream, everyone.
Oh my god, it's my first stream.
Kent's first stream! Welcome to Twitch for the first time. Welcome.
I appreciate you all. I'm excited for this journey. I kind of like the blue. Okay, moving on. Okay. Off to a great start.
It's beautiful. It is quite beautiful. We'll go next to Luca or Bona. Yeah, there we go. I can never pronounce it.
It's fine. I'm Bonishka here and on Twitter. Just pretty much the only places I am. I'm here Wednesday nights. Starting in the new year, I'm probably gonna be picking up my Dungeon Downtime, which is a unstrained one shot for DMs and GMs. Shoot me a message if you're interested. More tweets on that to come. And I am so excited to see what's gonna happen tonight.
Yay. Cool. Should we get started then?
I am playing Shelby.
Well, Scrat, you introduced the whole stream. Are you guys ready to get started? We're gonna do this the right way. All right. Adjusting volume. There we go. All right. So, the last time we all were together was the first time that you all met. You all agreed and signed a contract together for a certain quest to go find out what's happening on a certain island. And then you all proceeded to agree to, well, some of you agreed to a sum of 1,500 gold. Some of you decided to make it much more difficult and negotiated, if that's what you want to call it, for more. Proceeded to spend the night at the inn, and then were led down to the ship, the Effervescent, with Captain Kobe, and set off across the sea. I'm so sorry. Set off across the sea, heading towards the island of Blythesmoth. You guys have been at sea for a little while now, a couple of hours. It's pretty much, calm-ish waters. They're not... The ship isn't, rocking too hard or anything, but it's a little choppy. Brisk breeze. It's cloudy overhead. The crew is all abuzz, trying to keep the ship going. But eventually, the captain, everything kind of dies down, and the captain comes and finds you where you happen to be, and approaches you and basically straight up and down just, I did speak with Father Swan. He mentioned something about supplying you with a map. Is that correct?
Luca is very green in the face. She's 100% seasick, but she kind of is like,
oh no.
Yeah, a map would be great.
Are you all right, miss?
I'm good.
Oh, are you sure we can I'm sure there's something we can get you for that. Are you gonna be all right?
I'm gonna sit down for a second.
I might be able to help. Hang on a second. Let me have a little read.
You know what
Does seasickness count as poisoned?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it, yeah. You don't know how long it'll work, though.
Look, I'm not sure how long this will work, but I can sort of maybe do something that'll help a little.
Okay.
Okay, I need to touch you to administer. Is that all right?
That's a little forward, Mr. Snicklewickle, but
It can just be like a hand or an elbow.
She kind of sticks her muddy elbow up to Shelby.
I just give it a little rub as I cast Lesser Restoration.
Somehow it's even weirder, even though there is consent given with the elbow. He touches your elbow, though, and you get this kind of like immediate sense of just your stomach eases quite a bit, and your head doesn't swim quite as much. It's still kind of lingering in the background, but for the moment, it's much better than it was before, essentially.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Snickwickle. I appreciate that.
If you want my advice for getting used to the seas, take your shoes off for a start. And try climbing ropes, anything that involves gripping with your toes.
Okay.
Helps you just get accustomed to the movement.
Oh, okay. And she sits down on the deck, starts to take one boot off, and then pulls her notebook out and starts writing in it before finishing with the other boot.
Right. Hadn't heard of that one. I should probably keep tabs on that myself, just in case. But whenever you guys are all ready, shall we head off and get your map?
Yes, let's. Map would be wonderful.
Very
Captain?
well then. Yes.
No, not that one, the other one.
Oh, the other captain. I'm so sorry.
Do we have to, like, call you First Mate Storm or something on this journey, or?
I think you should still call me Captain.
Then Captain I shall call you.
Because I still have a ship, you know, and of course this captain is pretty cool, but like, I'm still captain.
We like put like an honorific before it or something, like Effa Captain and Storm Captain, or the Captain perhaps because of the dart.
Whatever you see fit, thou
Captain 1
shalt
and
call
Captain
me.
2.
I would be Captain 1.
I'm not sure if I'm qualified to make that decision.
Well, you are on my ship, so I believe it's only fitting that I'm Captain 1, if you...
I mean, we are on his ship, yes, and thou ship is quite a fine one indeed, and vast I shall just be called D'Artagnan, captain of this, not this ship, D'Artagnan. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can call me Captain D'Artagnan of not this ship when you refer to me.
Captain D'Artagnan of not this ship. Got it.
Yes. I think that's only fair, just to let other people know that yes, I am a captain, and it's not this ship, so we'll know that I'm Captain D'Artagnan Storm of not this ship. But I still have the captain title thou bestowed on thine avast.
What are the rest of the crew doing while we're away?
They're seeing to the sails and trying not to make the ship fall into the ocean because I took my non-sinking bod with me.
I don't think any of them would steal it, would you?
No. It wouldn't be stolen without a song of sailing.
Right.
Plus, I have the key, so it can't go without this special key. So my
Best thing
ship now.
We ever invested in that steering lock?
Yeah, of course. It yes.
Steering lock.
Yes, it's called the Shane Dawson steering lock. The guy Shane Dawson down by the port, he makes 1 billion of these steering locks, and they've helped out in the years that I've been sailing of not this ship, but of the ship that I have over there.
I don't know. This sounds like a wild conspiracy to me.
Maybe it might be a minor controversy, but like I thought it might have been good.
I'm
Well,
green with envy.
Fuck.
This is such a niche joke. Only makeup fanatics are gonna get this.
Yeah. I feel.
This jokes might be a little too blue blood for them. I don't know.
I'll have to look into him when I get back into port.
Definitely worth an excursion over to them.
Of course. Anyway, I see she's better, no shoes. You have a ship that is not stolen. Yes, I believe we're all ready. Follow me, and he leads you across the deck, kind of weaving through everybody. The ship's sails are still quite full, despite the fact that there's kind of no breeze noticeable around. But he leads you across the deck over to his quarters and kind of stops just before the door and shifts a little uncomfortably before looking back at you. Kind of lowers his voice. First, I feel I must warn you all. My navigator, his name is Jackson. He's extremely talented, very, very, very smart man. It's the whole reason that we hired him. I swear, he can find north in a storm. It's incredible, really. He can pick out the stars only by looking out a window. But he spends a lot of his time under deck. He doesn't like to come up for a lot of sunlight, and I fear it's kind of tainted his mind a bit. Just don't let his paranoia get to you. It is nothing that any of you have done. He's just a bit touched, let's just say. So try not to mind him too much or take offense. He's kind of hard the first time everybody gets to meet him. You'll be staying in his quarters, by the way, which is very good, by the way. He has some of the biggest quarters besides myself among the ship. So hopefully it will be comfortable for all of you, but just don't. You're muted.
Won't he be bothered by that?
Possibly.
Oh.
But don't worry, I can keep him in check. He's harmless. Besides his paranoia, really. Are you all ready? He kind of turns and kind of knocks on his own door, which is a little odd. And you hear this voice from inside, just, come in! Get in quick! And then he hurries in the door and kind of like shuffles you all in real quick before shutting the door again. There's a desk set up in the room. Actually, first, give me a perception check for everybody. Want to see how much everybody sees. Ooh.
I am not very perceptive.
Oh, okay.
8. About right.
It's a relatively normal for what you expect a captain's quarters to be, essentially. There's a bed, there's a desk. A lot of papers have been strewn around, and you figured that's from the gaunt man kind of like over the desk, like frantically scrambling through them all. However, there are a few things that the other two of you, particularly Luca and D'Artagnan, notice.
I see everything.
You do. I'm going to steal a page from Tact and Diplomacy and actually induce whispers here. Yeah, I know. I want to do whispers
God,
for this.
No!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're going to do it back to you. You're going to get to feel how it is. So, for whispers, I know. It's okay. You'll probably figure it out later anyway. For whispers, basically, all you do, take the headphones off, and when we do the dance, you put the headphones back on. Luca and Kent, however, you get to keep your headphones on. I need Javier and Shelby to take off their headphones for this.
Oh, actually.
I'm in the know.
Oh, no, okay. You got your headphones off? Okay, they got their headphones off. So, the two of you take a look around the room, and you see something a little different for the two of you. D'Artagnan, you actually see a lot more because of your more perceptiveness, but Luca, from your experiences, you can kind of catch on little hints. You notice underneath the bed, just as both of you are stepping in, the light from inside kind of glints off something a little bit. You see a dagger underneath his bed. It's not a normal looking dagger. It's not really weathered too much. The handle of it, though, is what kind of sticks out to you. The hilt of it. It's shaped almost like a human torso, with the arms coming out at the top, and it just basically stops at about the hips. It's just shaped like a male torso, but where the pommel of it is, where the head of usually the dagger is, there's nothing there. It is headless. You also notice there's kind of like a small like shelf or bookcase. A lot of stuff is all over it. Books, maps mostly, routes, trade books, that kind of stuff. But you notice towards the top of it, there's a carving towards the top. It's not something you've seen before. It looks almost like a house, a strange house where there's a line at the bottom, 2 lines jutting out at kind of a diagonal, 2 lines at the top making a pentagram that's kind of elongated, and then hovering just above that is another circle. So it looks almost like a house with like a sun maybe above it, or something sort of like that. And it just kind of strikes you for a moment as odd placement. Like it shouldn't be there. And then there's something behind it, some kind of meaning behind it, but you can't quite place what it is. But you see those 2 things in the room, and it's kind of odd.
Okay.
Any questions for me?
Could I roll a history check just to see if like anything from like my past could like, you know, like just previous knowledge or anything?
Yeah, both of you can if you want.
Okay. Oh, great. My history. I hate this.
I got you.
I'm gonna whisper the roll, or should I whisper the roll to you, Kayla?
No, you can just post it. They don't need to know. They just know you're rolling.
Oh. All right.
That ain't bad.
Okay.
I got 14 inch Miss Luca bucket boots.
14 for you. To you, it looks like a house with a sun over it.
Okay.
Luca, it seems at least for you, the dagger, you kind of like think about it for a moment as you're stepping in the back of your mind, and it kind of clicks a little bit. It's like, that seems ceremonial.
Okay.
And that's about all you get.
Okay.
All right, let's bring them back in. I don't know if Kai is plugged back in. Kai, put your headphones back in.
That was so weird. Just so you know. Because you move so much, and I'm here like,
I totally
I
what
know,
is
I'm
this?
so sorry.
Like, what is this?
I know.
I totally took something off the to-do list while you all were going.
No, that's fine.
Of course you did, Scrat. Like,
He has a lot to do. He's a busy man, okay?
he's a busy headmaster of this academy.
Yes, he's busy. So, you all step into the room, and you immediately see this man at the desk who is shuffling through papers relatively quickly, and he seems frantic as he goes through everything, and he's very gaunt, very underweight. His cheeks are sunken in, his eyes are just dark, like he hasn't slept for days, and he's just, shut the door, and quickly you see the captain just shut the door behind him, and it kind of gets a little bit darker in the room. There's only like a few candles lit around there. But you have this man standing there, and he's kind of ignoring you for a moment before he reaches over and he grabs a book and he kind of pulls it over by himself, and God damn it, where's my pen? There it is. All right. And he kind of grabs this pen and he looks up and he's like, what's your names? Everybody, names. Tell me your names.
I look
D'Artagnan's.
straight to my captain, who starts speaking.
Awesome. Hello, I am D'Artagnan Storm, captain of not this ship, but of the Sapphire Winds. How are you? Avast.
Captain, all right, that's good. Captain
D'Artagnan. Captain
Storm.
D'Artagnan Storm. Actually,
Sapphire,
a full name is Captain D'Artagnan Deegandale Storm, but we don't have to do all of that now, do we?
Deegandale Storm. Blue Sapphire, blah, 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 blah. Cool, you're a captain. All right, next. Who's next?
Ms. Luca Bucketbook Boots.
All right, what do you do?
I'm an archaeologist.
An archaeologist.
It's a thing.
And you're going to the island. They hired you?
I'm very good at research. Or so I'm told.
Right. All right. And he scribbles down your name as well, and he's like, you with the face paint. What's your name?
My name is Javier. Javier Belger. I am a mercenary.
Right, mercenary. Right, mercenary. Cool. All right, last one. You.
I'm a
hat,
shell. Yeah, I'm a Shelby Snickwickle.
What do you do?
Oh,
He
Sally
keeps
Brown,
ships
she's the
afloat.
girl for me, boys. Row, boys, row, boys, row.
This is not answering my questions. This is just a lot of noise. What do you do?
To sea or not to sea? That is the question. To sail across the choppy ocean as it lashes against the bows and cloths. Or to stay back and drink grog in the many taverns with the wenches.
This is what he does.
Shelby, that was beautiful.
Thank you, Captain.
It makes noise a lot.
Write
right,
down entertainer or something like that.
Entertainer, right? Entertainer.
He also
They
keeps our
hired you
ships
too. They hired you too. Interesting. All right. Okay, so that's all right. That's the four of you. Right. Right. So, They're all going to Blythesmoth. And he goes and he's scrambling around again in his papers and shuffling a few out of the way, like cursing underneath his breath. And okay, here we go. This is a map. I made it last minute, and I apologize. It's not great, but map. Right. So you're. I lived on the island for a little bit, so this is as best from memory. It might be a little bit dated. Basically, as you can see, the island here is a giant mess, and you see the captain over in the corner just kind of clear his throat a little bit and just kind of give a pointed glare, and Jackson just waves him off. Hey, I know. All right, island. The main things you need to know. There's 2 cities and 2 lighthouses. All right? You got the east side and the west side of the island. I don't know if anybody's told you this. You should know this already. You're going to start and land probably on the west side of the island. There is a path that leads and cuts across to the east side. It takes about a day on foot, maybe less by horse. I don't know. There's not a lot of horses on the island. Basically, where you want to get to, though, is the east side. That's the main hub of the entire island, where everybody comes into port. There's a few outlook posts, there's cliffs. The 2 lighthouses are not going to be lit, of course. Why would they be? What am I missing?
Maybe they'd be lit if there was a party in them?
They would be lit if somebody was watching them. But why is nobody watching them? That's the question. Why is no one watching them?
Lack of salary.
If that's what you want to think.
Well, that's why I do things.
Sure, you get paid very well as a... What was it again? Entertainer. Right. Also, if you would like, roll 20, I have a map for you guys of the actual island.
Oh my days.
Kayla, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get you a map screen for next week so we can show this off.
Okay. So, as he said, there is the east side and the west side. It's kind of diagonal, but essentially the east side is a much bigger area up top. He also points out there's a few, like a farming district just outside of the east side of the island. The 2 lighthouses are there and there. There's a giant lagoon is where you're going to be landing on the west side of the island. The lagoon is basically hugged by this giant cliff that rises up and curls around to basically capture the entire thing. So, sorry chat, you can't see it, but this area right here is extremely tall, over 500 feet up in the air, with a precarious lighthouse positioned up on top of it. There is a lake, as you learned last week, within the island, and a small outpost out there. And he lays all of this out for you, and he's like, right. So, that's the whole island, in whole. Now, there are cliffs everywhere. Watch where you walk. Do not walk off a cliff. Walk off a cliff, not getting back up. Probably falling to your death. The northern cliffside, along this lagoon, bright red. If you've hit that, you know you're going the wrong way. You need to turn around and go right back the other way. Now, the pass are probably going to be watched. Not going to want to go there. There's probably going to be something there. I don't know. This whole thing is just... I've been racking my brain over it for days trying to figure it out, and this island is going to be completely covered with whatever the hell it is that we saw. And Just don't go on the pass, essentially. Okay? Don't go on the pass. I wish... Oh, why aren't Ella and Eli here? Fuck. Alright. Listen. The last team that went there, I knew them, okay? That's why I'm extra invested in this, in all of you, to not mess this up. Right? I have friends that went on that island. Ella and Eli. They're twins. You can't miss them. Now I know the twins. They're not dumb. Everybody says they're probably dead at this point, but I know better. They're not dead. Okay? They're too clever for that. They're probably still on that island somewhere. Now, if you find Ella and Eli, they can lead you around. But you have to find them. I don't know where they would have gone. Probably to the outpost, but for all I know, they could have made their way to one of the lighthouses and barricaded themselves there. I don't know. Essentially, just look for Ella and Eli. If they're still alive, they can lead you around. Right? Write it down. Write it down. What are you doing? He, quickly scrambles again, throws, paper at you and finds a pen. He's very, very frantic and you can tell from the way he, talks and moves, he's extremely frantic. You don't think he's eaten a good meal in a couple of days.
Monsieur Jackson. Oh no, Luca, by all means.
What was it you said you saw on the island, Mr. Jackson?
Some monsters on the island, okay? Got close, and I looked through the spyglass myself. And there were monsters, and we've been pulling them out of the water now. And you see over in the corner, the captain kind of again, clears his throat and steps forward. Look, the thing... We've been finding a lot of sunken ships around the island. It's not ideal work, it's not what I would like to be doing. But ships have been trying to go to the island still, or bypass it, and have been attacked and sunk.
And what does the Sun King want with this island?
The Sun King?
You said Sun King ships.
No. Sunken. S-U-N-K-E-N. Sunken.
Anyone looking over Shelby's shoulder will just see a bunch of doodles. Shelby doesn't really know how to write.
What you mean, drowned?
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
And these monsters have been showing up more and more. They don't... It's strange. They look like people, but they don't. If that makes any sense.
I mean, I look like people, but
yes,
I don't.
You look humanoid. These things do. But they don't. There's... Hard to explain. Some we've pulled that have extra appendages. Some have faces in the middle of their chests. Some have hair all over their body. Some of them don't have anything. It's hard. They're all different. They're all not quite right when you look at them.
Do you have any on board right now?
No, I don't make a practice of keeping strange monsters on board. I apologize.
It's a shame, really.
It's always nice to have an example. It's always nice.
I'll keep that in mind for next time we find one. Their bodies tend to wash out into the water. It's strange. It's like they get rid of their own dead by just chucking them out into the ocean.
How big do they range?
Some are tall, some are short. It's like someone was trying to make people or humanoids, like you or me. Just couldn't get it quite right. Either way, ever since we saw them, the whole crew has been spooked. Including Jackson here. And Jackson kind of like, he like leans over and he just kind of like flexes his shoulders. I'm not scared, alright? I've told you this. I'm not scared. I am paranoid and freaked out because my friends are on that island and I don't know what to do about it. I'm stuck here. I'm not scared. And he just kind of again flexes his shoulders and continues to look over all of his maps and intricate layouts.
Wait, Kayla, did Jackson live on the island at all?
Yes, Jackson said he had lived on the island for a short time.
Okay. Jackson, why don't you come with us on the adventure and be our guide? If you're not scared, that is.
You're joking me, right? You're gonna send me on that island. All of those creatures and monsters.
You just said you weren't scared.
I'm not scared of the things on it, but I'm not gonna go in there. That's suicide. Now, you all apparently think it's worthy of it. Me, on the other hand, I know better. 1 or 2, fine. An entire island full of them? Are you kidding me?
We get paid well.
He's scared, Captain.
Very scared. Shall be very scared.
Oh, both captains are just kind of like, yeah.
Gonna be very confusing.
You got both captains, one on either side, and they're just both kind of like at the same time, like, yeah, you're right.
Monsieur Jackson, I have another question. Just
by all means, you're Javier the merchant. Yes.
Mercenary.
Mercenary.
I am no merchant.
Sorry.
I don't have anything to sell except
I
myself. Let's see. You talked about the monsters and the deformed people, etc., etc. Have you seen what they can do? Perhaps.
They can rip you apart. They can cut you with a sword. They fight you.
Fair enough. I was expecting these, but then maybe
they've taken down entire ships. I don't know. We didn't get close enough to them, but I do know they're dangerous and they terrified people. I have seen grown men on our own ship jump overboard because they're terrified of what they saw. There's no logic to it.
Oh, I'm not saying there is supposed to be logic to it. And people get scared quite quickly, I'd say, in my opinion. But I guess that is human. But thank you for answering my question. That was very helpful.
Problem. He continues to just kind of like flex his shoulders as he looks over it. Look, the island is like any other place. You've been to the city, up in Lancaster. You know how Lancaster works. There's an underbelly to everything. It's the same thing with this island. And I know for a fact that Eli and Ella know that underbelly. You find them, you find out how to get in through the island and not have to deal with any of that stuff. Any of the monsters. You have to find them first.
How are they supposed to trust us? Do you figure they will believe us if we mention your name?
They might. Wait a minute. And he turns and he kind of like looks through his own personal bag that's sitting over on a chair and he's digging through it and again cursing under his breath as he kind of scrambles through. Eventually he reaches in and he pulls out this like coin that's scratched on both sides. It's like, here, take this. This will tell you that it's from me. Let them know. That's alright. Okay? Just take that.
Alright.
Bring it back. I don't know. Just don't lose it, okay?
I'll try not to. He like puts it in one of the inside pockets of his jacket. Is there anything else you feel like we should know?
besides monsters and my friends being there and no light in the lighthouses, the cliffs that you're gonna die off of probably.
Oh, I'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Glad you have some confidence. Makes one of us.
Javier looks at the captain and his companions. He just sort of like makes a movement like, what do we want more?
We could always go for more.
I mean, I think we frazzled this man enough.
True.
He seems a little shaken.
Yes, he does. All right.
I'm standing right here still, you realize that.
I guess Jackson doesn't need to go.
Aware.
I guess Jackson doesn't need to be our guide. Seems like a little bit of how do you say, coward?
No. Let's not insult him here right now. He is doing everything he can in his power, which I completely respect. And by helping us, he's helping his friends. And I think that is a noble thing.
Be lucky I'm even giving you a map at this point. And he kind of like slides the paper roughly across the top of the desk before taking all the rest of his papers and like starting to shove them and put them away.
Don't worry, I have never let an employer down before. Javier just sort of like takes the map like towards them, like.
Just pretty intricate, detailed map. It's, like he said, it seems a little dated, but he did copy it off of a dated version of it. So you don't know if the island is updated in that time frame or not, but you now have a map to the island as promised.
All right. I am no good with maps. Any of you would like to keep this on you?
I'll put it with my notebook. I don't tend to misplace things.
Oh, that is very. All right. He hands the map to look at.
Oh, thank you, Sir Bellicle.
I was going to say, map reading sounds like a wisdomous skill, and I'm not the most wisdomous.
I'm not the
Yet.
most business either, but...
Yet? Oh my god, Scrat.
Well, you get more wisdomous with age, don't you?
True.
That is debatable.
So the captain kind of gives a nod that you guys all have been secured. Right, well, we should leave Jackson to his own doings. If you like, I can show you to your quarters. They are just down below deck. You hear like an extra, like, almost like a ripping of paper as Jackson like angrily stuffs another piece into his bag. Right, follow me out of the room. By all means. And he opens the door for all of you to leave.
Captain, who is not of this ship.
Yes. Yes, Shelby.
Should I stop writing now?
What? Let me see your notes really quickly.
I pass them across. It just looks like chicken scratch. There's nothing.
Oh, Shelby, you forgot to write about the part right here. There's more to this part. I think you wanted to say there's 2 lighthouses, not 1 lighthouse.
And there's like a little picture of a lighthouse. It's like a little stick picture.
Your notes are getting a lot better, though, Shelby.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. But yes, you can.
A little doodle
Oh my god.
with a bat signal.
Is that a bat signal? Oh, there's
Captain leans over his-
Batman.
This is actually really good.
I mean, he is the artistic type.
I can do a mean Macbeth.
Perhaps outside.
Yes.
We'll go outside and we'll do the Macbeth. It's not quite appreciated here, unfortunately.
Some
And he
people have got
leads you-
no taste for disco music.
Disco music. He leads you all outside and shuts the door again with Jackson yelling behind him to shut the damn door, of course. But the door shuts and just lets out this like heavy sigh. Again, I apologize for him. He's usually not that bad. It's
Oh
a
no,
lot to take in.
I was definitely provoking him.
Oh, yes, that does not help. But normally he's not that bad. He's just a little, like I said, stressed and such.
You know what? I don't normally shout out like followers, but Rich T is a name I can get behind.
Hell yeah.
Someone gift that man a sub. Or woman, or person.
Okay. Sounds good. Rich T.
No,
is
wait,
their
then
name?
Kent, not you! You don't have to gift anyone a sub, like...
Can't stop now.
So he turns and he kind of leads you all down towards the towards underdeck. I don't know ships. I should know ships better. But he leads you down below. You don't go down very far before he leads you back towards a room kind of like situated towards the back, right underneath his quarters. It seems small when he opens the door, but it's a lot bigger, surprisingly, on the inside. It's a phone box. That's what it is. And
Fantastic.
there are a few hammocks already set up, one for each of you, 2 on each side, essentially. And right, if you want, you can drop off your things inside. It's a way to get comfortable if you like. We are going to be having supper, so that will all be provided for all of you. And I believe that's it, unless there is something else you would like to talk about or ask me. I'm completely at your service for this trip until we get to the island.
So have you been to the island before? Like, have you set foot onto the island?
Once. It was a long time ago. But ever since then, I have been traveling back and forth between them.
And have you seen any of these said humanoid, non-humanoid, multiple appendage-y type monstrosities?
Unfortunately, yes. The last time we went into port, we happened to see them, and were lucky enough to turn around just in time. But they weren't right, essentially. Even now, it kind of chills my bones a bit to think about it. Either way, you'll be fine. It's... From what I can tell, though, they don't seem the most hardy. They tend to go down really easy. There's just numbers. They seem to come from everywhere. Replicate really easily.
Good at maths.
Very good at math. They double their numbers whenever they get the chance.
Now, I was talking to someone in the tavern. I don't remember what the tavern's name, or the Ashley? Ashled.
Ashley Boyd, yes.
Boyd, yes, Boyd.
I wouldn't use the Ashley part. He doesn't like it too much.
Well, it was a great conversation that we had. He was telling me that the it's cursed. The island is cursed.
He would. He loves his tall tales. It's pure tales. It's all it is. Love big stories.
Now we have monstrosities that are coming, and you're saying this isn't a curse.
I've been going back and forth between this island for the better part of 15 years at least. This is the first time anything like this has happened.
When did it start?
Well, there was a rather large storm that came in. I believe that's what started it all.
When was this?
2 months ago?
2? 2.
And then last month was the first time Father Swan contacted me about it after I had informed the merchants in town that the island wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
Sent in the first team. Haven't heard from them since. That's why we're sending in you.
Alright.
Believe me, the stories he tells, I've heard a few of them myself. When I first started doing these runs back and forth carrying goods, it's always the same. The island is cursed. It's stained with blood. It's nonsense. It's just an island like any other. Just happens to have a problem right now.
A lot more death and monsters.
Unfortunately. Then again, I don't really believe in superstition. Things tend to happen for a purpose, if you will.
So you don't believe in ghost stories?
Not really, no.
Even though we're basically in one.
Screw you and your Pirates of the Caribbean reference.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Kent.
So sorry. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
No, but we basically are in one.
I don't think he's sorry.
I'm not sorry.
I don't think he's sorry
I'm
either.
not. I'm not sorry. I'm not. I'm. So you don't believe in ghost stories?
No, Captain D'Artagnan, I do not.
We'll get to
As
the
I
bottom
said,
of this.
things tend to happen for a reason. And whatever reason this happens to be, it's happening to cause a big nuisance in the trade routes. Probably money related.
It's always money.
Always money.
Yeah, follow the money.
Speaking of which, I probably should give you some money just in case the book I'm asking tends to be a bit on the greedy side, especially if you are all looking to get drinks. He likes to collect money and he buys only the best stuff, so I feel it's necessary to give you something. And he kind of fiddles around in his pocket, reaches around before taking out a coin, and he flips it. And you see in the air, it flips and it's gold. Who would like to catch it? You were gonna let it hit the floor too?
If no one else is grabbing it, I am.
I mean, I have great sleight of hands. I have great sleight of hands. I would love to try to catch
You
it.
contested sleight of hands if you like.
Ooh,
Kayla,
But
you get 2 advantages,
Ooh.
and everyone else gets an auto success with that huge donation from
Yay.
Sphinx. Thank you so much.
Oh my god!
Yay!
Woo.
You buggers are so generous.
Yay!
Ah.
More generosity, you guys.
Ah.
Let's
Real talk,
let's-
everyone's been really good to me this week. I really appreciate you all. The taxman came for me at the beginning of the month and I was sweating, and y'all are really helping me out. Thank you.
That's so awesome.
Ken!
That's so cool. That's so awesome.
And Rich T got a sub in that as well.
Yes!
Oh man.
Also, side note, like, I'm a little, like, off today because I'm using my new setup and everything seems a little, like, different. Sorry if, like, yeah, sorry. Everything just feels a
I
little
haven't
off
noticed.
today.
Yeah,
Up
I haven't
here.
noticed anything. You're fine.
Okay.
All right,
You
contestant
seem
sleight of
wonderful.
hands.
Okay. All right. So do I just do sleight of hand check?
Welcome in, Raiders! A raid on top
Hey,
of all of
Jesus.
that wonderful generosity. Welcome in, everyone.
If all it took was a coin being flipped in the air, I would have done it sooner.
Hang on, I'm gonna get in on this as well. I want to try and sleight of hand my way into it. Oh, 17. There's a chance I could beat you.
You got this. You got this. I believe.
Okay, but Scrat, I have a +9, so I really rolled like an 8.
Oh,
Oh, damn it.
Oh.
Shelby, you see that coin coming towards you, and you're like, oh, yes! This is
got it.
perfect!
I've got
I'm going
it.
to get it! It's this bright, shining, golden trinket. And just as you reach your hand out to take it, this blue flash just snatches it out of the air like it's nothing. And you see, as D'Artagnan holds his fist in the air, he now has the coin.
That's probably
As you're flipping it between your fingers, you notice something weird. It was gold a minute ago. Now it's silver.
Okay. So in my knowledge of being a pirate, can I roll something to see if, like, I know if it's actually a silver or if it, like, may just be like a trick of the eye?
You
Or
want to do the bite check? Roll for bite.
The good old bite check.
Good old bite check.
What would a bite check be? Would that be like?
Let's see. Actually, I don't know.
Would it be like a dexterity?
Just straight up
No, it
constitution for your teeth.
Oh God! Oh, ow! No! Ow! Give me either an insight or a perception check to see what it is.
Perfect. I'll go perception because we're having fun here.
We're having fun.
Whilst Kate rolls that, new subs, you have an advantage to give to a player of your choice. So if you're hanging out in chat, Skeeby69, Zilurka69, Mark Anthony 25, ooh, history, Rich T and Klamchuzek, sorry, you have an advantage to give to a player of your choice. Let us know who.
So with that roll, the perception check of a 9, were your eyes playing tricks on you before? I mean, it was gold, wasn't it? It looks like a perfectly normal silver piece now. It looked gold for a minute there. And even even Captain Kobe kind of stops and he's like, maybe I didn't get the right one. Let me give you another one. And he kind of hands it over and puts it in your hand again. But as he takes away his hand again, it's another silver piece.
Okay, this is Kent talking. Am I cursed?
Yes.
I don't know, are you? Maybe you shouldn't be handling the money here. Let me find... And he takes it out and he looks it over and he makes sure it's a gold piece this time. And he turns it over and he's like, here, Shelby, you take care of this. You hold on to that. He puts it into your hand. It's like the moment it touches your fingers, it turns into a silver piece. It's the weirdest thing.
It feels like something's surging in some sort of weird chairway to me. I don't know why, but I suddenly feel like we're being watched by a number of people. Perhaps
Strange. I don't believe in ghost stories, but this is very suspicious.
perhaps 26 of them.
Oh, 26.
You're in one, Miss DM.
Does that mean there should be another roll?
No, not yet. We are on
26?
14 retweets,
was-
though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, you guys. If you guys aren't retweeting the stream and would like to...
You're just a glutton for punishment again.
I love
swear.
it. I love it. Thanks.
Oh God,
Thanks so
help
much.
me.
Okay, great.
Either
Retweet
way,
that.
either way, he gives you enough gold that becomes silver to equal 1 gold. He's just kind of reaching on into his empty pocket now, and he's just kind of like rubbing the spot where some gold coins used to be. It's like, you all are very expensive. Right, but that should be enough to cover the costs of all your drinks with the cook, just in case. If not, who knows, maybe there's somebody still on the island that could use it. Either way,
A drink?
the money.
But what if we give them the money and it turns into a copper from a silver?
Inflation's
have-
going crazy.
Inflate. And you're
We
saying
have
this
some
is not
silver.
cursed? Are you saying that this we're not?
I have
cursed?
no idea what is happening. You cannot be asking me about this. I had some gold in my pocket, and now apparently I don't anymore.
I think
Say
it's
between the
just
two
your
of
luck.
you, but say between the two of you, you each have now 5 more silver pieces.
Fantastic.
Very strange.
Very, very strange.
Either way, by all means, please feel free to get comfortable. If you need anything, and I'm not too far, you can call for me, or one of the crew can come and find me. It's entirely up to you. I'll let you all get settled in if you like. He kind of gives you all a nod and turns and leaves you to your quarters. Is there anything you would like to do to get all settled in? Anything you want to drop off?
I'm picking the best bed I can see from a glance.
There is one towards the back wall. There's like the door opens up and then there's 2 immediately to the right and 2 immediately to the left.
Which one is the most covered?
That top left one, that top left hammock, it sees out the window. It's the only one that sees out the window.
Oh, I'm getting that one.
Hmm.
Especially if it's like towards the wall, like, yeah, yes.
The only one that looks out the window.
Take whatever one's left.
I'll take the captain's bed, please. Because I am the captain of not this ship, but of the captain of the ship that I am, a captain.
Well, bon chance, darling. I think they're all quite the same.
Just need one that's not too high, please.
Tell you what, Captain, if you want yours to be a bit more captainy, you can have my pillow.
Shelby.
Shelby, you do not need to give me your pillow. I will be fine with the pillow that I have on my bed.
Okay.
You're very, very sweet.
Y'all get settled in. Y'all have your bunks. Y'all could fight or not fight or offer your pillows and then be rejected as you see fit. Oh god. But as you're starting to get all settled in and all nice and comfortable, you've been on the ship for about a couple of hours now. It's getting closer to dusk. You might all be a little bit hungry at this point. But just as you're about to figure out, let's go find wherever the food happens to be, you hear a sharp dinging of a bell up on top. And immediately there is a lot of commotion outside of the door. You hear people running up deck, and you hear yelling.
That sounds less than good.
Luca grabs her notebook and is running up to the deck.
Okay, she went off. I think I should follow. Javier just sort of like runs off to Luca.
There's a moment where all of you kind of turn towards the door, and then you hear it. You hear, "Sunken ship!"
Oh.
You all hurry up, going back up top, following the flow of traffic as you get up there. And you look off just towards the, I don't know, north right, whatever, that starboard, whatever, that side of the ship. You look off towards that side of the ship and you see it about quite a few yards off. Just on the horizon, you see the bent shaft of a mast. It used to stand tall, now flutters in the wind, bent over into the water, and the bow of a ship sticking up, but halfway sinking underneath the water. You see all the crew around you is hurrying around and making frantically. They get out these long poles and are hurrying over to the side of the ship. And as you kind of follow them and watch what they're doing, they're taking these long poles and sticking them down and kind of like digging around. And then you see them pull them back up, a couple of men pushing on them to pull them back up. And they're pulling up a lot of cargo, big crates, barrels, by whatever kind of like latch they can catch on to. And then you look over to the other side of the ship. They're doing the same thing with these big long poles, fishing out whatever they can. Essentially, like just like what the captain said, getting whatever you can from these shipwrecks, trying to salvage it and bring it back into port. But as you look, a few of them start fishing down and they pull up something that isn't cargo. They pull up these limp figures and pull them up onto board and set them aside for going down and digging up again. And you can get a closer look, and there are bodies of people being also laid out on the ship. Normal looking bodies, but bodies nonetheless of freshly killed people with slashes across their chest and their face and piercings inside of their chest and torso and arms. And they're all freshly dead, essentially. And you see the captain walking around as he gives orders out to everybody, telling them to quick, hurry up, pull as much as you can. The ship starts to slow down. The sails become a little bit less full as you get closer and closer, but slow up before you hit the wreckage. You can see all around is just a sea of spilled cargo and bodies floating around in the water around you. I think that is where we will take a break.
Ah!
Damn it, Kayla. I mean, darn it. PG.
PG. I said fuck like 4 times. What are you
Whoa,
talking about?
watch your
PG?
language.
Is this campaign PG?
I don't know. Is it PG?
I had sex somewhere. I don't think it is. We sailed past that last session.
All right.
Daniel was very pleased by your performance.
God damn it.
Well, on that bombshell, we're going to go and take a break. We're going to stretch our legs, refresh our drinks, take a bio, and all of that other good stuff that people do on breaks. And you should do the same, especially if you've been here with us since the beginning. We'll be back in 5 minutes. We'll run an ad for those of you who do not have subs. Those of you that do have subs, you get to look at our minis for the next 5 minutes, which are on the left there and available at Hero Forge. So do check them out. We'll be back shortly. Bye. And we are live. Oh, hi, everyone. Welcome back. Okay, tea. I went into the kitchen. There is my cat in the kitchen with the two dogs whom she has not been introduced to, who chase cats. She's sitting on the chair, hiding. As I walk past, there's just a little sound, and I literally snatched her up and got her out of that very quickly. But also, I'm really excited because Galaxy have started doing vegan chocolate, which means it's milk-free. I can have milk-free chocolate, and it's actually like Galaxy. It's actually like good shit, and it's sea salt, caramel and sea salt, so like it's appropriate for this thing. Okay, Kayla, you can have the con back now.
Wait, I get it, because we're on the sea and you have sea salt. Scratticus. You're beautiful. Thank you for that salty joke.
Okay.
Salty joke.
Oh, I'm not. No, actually, is Shelby a joke teller? Yeah, Shelby is. Don't worry, Shelby will tell you in a bit.
Okay. So, you guys see this wreckage all around you, and all of this stuff is being pulled on board, basically to save anything and everything that they possibly can. But off to one of the sides, closer towards the front of the boat, you hear one of the sailors, as he's digging into the water, yell out and scream, and he almost drops the pole, but the man helping him behind him steadies it and grabs it quickly. And the captain beelines it over there, like instinctually knowing. Pull it up, we need it! They work together, rather reluctantly, you notice, but they pull it up and get this pole up on board, and they bring around this large lump of just flesh and cloth and something, and they drop it on board, and all of the men kind of scrabble back from it, and they're just giving a wide berth to it. And the captain kind of steps up to it and immediately pulls a blade out and is touching it a little bit. You all wanted to see what was on that island? Have a look for yourself. And he kicks it over. And there you see this humanoid, but not humanoid, but humanoid looking thing. It's hard to even look at it. You force your eyes to focus on it, but even just looking at it, you get this overwhelming sense of just dread in the pit of your stomach. Its face is twisted beyond all recognition. Its eyes are sunken in and almost on the side of its face, not on the front. Its mouth is filled with rows and rows of teeth that go all the way back, and it's just slack-jawed kind of position as it lays there. No hair on it. The one arm seems bulbous and huge with bone spurs or pustules or something on it. It's malformed and disgusting, and you just get this sense of just fear, deep primal fear in the pit of your stomach as you look at it, knowing that this thing is not right by any sense of nature.
Know if it was grown this way or if it was piecemeal this way.
Yeah, give me a nature or medicine.
Neither very good, so I'll use nature.
Oh. It's
Fortunately,
a fish.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. As you step up to look close at it, that sense of fear wells up really high inside of you, and you step forward, but then your foot just refuses to go any further. Your whole body just kind of freezes up as you stand there looking at it. This is not something good, whatever it is. Get it. There we go. The captain steps over it and he takes his sword and kind of just plunges it down into it. And as he sticks the sword with it, it hits the bottom. You hear it collide with the deck itself. And as he yanks the sword out, his sword is covered in this black ichor that just kind of sticks to it like tar. And more of it just kind of flows slowly out of it, out of the wound, onto the deck. He takes his blade and he kind of shakes it off, trying to get the stuff off. We need to burn this thing. We can't have this thing on board too long.
Because
Can I
Oh,
take,
we know it could. Yep.
can I take an arrow and like try and pry its mouth open? I'm not really investigating. I just want to see how far back the teeth go.
Yeah. You go up to it and you take the arrow and kind of just pry it open a little bit, and you get its mouth open enough so it's like that, kind of like a dentist would, almost like pushing down on your tongue. There are teeth upon teeth upon teeth going back as far as you can see. Some are molars, some are front teeth, some are shark-like, some are fangs. There's no rhyme or reason as to why these teeth are like this. They go all the way back down the throat for as far as you can tell. Yeah. It's not a pretty picture. You get this real like, oh, this is not good.
Okay, but it's my job as a minstrel and a bard to make scary things not scary. Okay, whew. It's gonna be a tough one. I'd like to put one hand under its chin and one hand on top and sort of like prop it up.
Yes, go on.
And I'm gonna like turn it towards my crew, who will benefit from this the most, I believe, and make it like move and the bottom jaw move up and down. Hey, did you hear about the captain who pointed all his sails upwards? Turned out he was just winding up his crew.
Shelby.
It's not so scary now. Not so bad.
No.
Okay, so D'Artagnan is like literally in stitches from that. Like he's just like, Shelby, thou art too funny of us.
Several of the crew are looking at you, Shelby, like you're not right in the head at all. But first of all, to be touching it, and then to be using it as a prop a la Carrot Top in your own little comedy bit. They look at you like you're a little bit crazy, but it kind of does defuse the tension a little bit.
I'm gonna go up to the nearest person who's not of our crew and be like, "You're scared, aren't you?"
Yeah, you brought that thing over here, yeah.
Touch it! It's just a thing! Look, it's like a
I'm not gonna
fish!
touch that! I'm not gonna touch that! That's disgusting!
Oh. I didn't think those were sea legs I could see.
What? Are you calling me a coward?
No. I'm saying you're merchant navy.
Excuse me?
Am I wrong?
He bolsters himself. I'm gonna prove you're wrong. And he kind of like leans forward and looks at it, and it's just kind of like, Oh god! Oh god!
See?
I touched it.
It's only a little bit scaly, it's alright.
Kayla,
Yes.
I have a question. Since there's history with so Tritons, they aren't from this plane. They've actually shifted from another plane to chase after monsters that were coming through. Blah 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 blah. All that.
Yes.
is this somewhat of a relative of that? Can I make a knowledge check on that, or would D'Artagnan have any knowledge on, like, because sea creatures?
Yeah, you've been at sea
something-
long enough. I mean, you're a captain.
I
you're
live-
a sailor.
I
Yeah,
live from the bottom of the sea.
You know the waters well enough. I will let you make a history roll with advantage.
Thank you very much, the Maharishi, who gifts a sub to Geki.
Geketsu Yukisho.
Yeah,
Oh.
Geketsu Yukiho? Is that right? Yukiho?
He is a Yukiho.
And the
He is a
Maharishi.
Yuki-ho.
He's a Yukiho. Okay, so what was I doing?
And Yukiho.
History.
Okay, sorry.
History with advantage.
With advantages.
Okay. And thank you very much, the Maharishi, who also gifts me a disadvantage for punning.
That's valid. You look at it. It's just.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you've been experienced. You're experienced. You know monsters that come from the bottom of the sea. You've seen a lot of them. But this doesn't click with anything that you've heard about, even in like just tales. It just doesn't seem like match anything. You think it does. The teeth match this story, or the arm matches this story, but it just doesn't seem to like click with anything in particular. Javier, though, if you would give me a insight roll.
Oh boy.
Yeah, with an 8, you don't see much. You look at it, your head hurts. You notice that your head hurts a little bit looking at this thing. In fact, all of you slowly start to get a headache, especially Shelby. Your head really hurts touching this thing.
Shelby. Put
Yeah.
that down.
Yeah.
Come here.
It's not
Ollie?
moving. It's dead.
I don't trust it.
It's okay, it's not scary anymore.
Yes, it is not scary. That doesn't mean it's not harmless.
It's got arms.
With an H.
It's literally my living. Help me out here.
It is dangerous. Well,
Shelby, it could hurt you still, possibly.
yes.
You shouldn't really be like playing with it.
But now we're all not scared of it.
No, thank you very much.
I'm still scared of it.
Touch
That
it.
is valid.
No.
We respect your scaredness or your feelings, and we validate you.
Thank you very much as well to Patrick Fiskstick, or Fisk, as some may know him, for the donation. The subscription, 10 months. You are well on your way to getting a hat with all the trimmings. But for now, you and Geki both had advantages to gift to a player of your choice.
Captain,
Yes.
we should
Yes, bring that over here. Come on. And he's like motioning for them to bring over like wood and fire, essentially. A lantern to light this thing ablaze. I'm sorry, yes?
No. That was exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, don't worry, we're going to get rid of this thing. This is why we don't like them on board. They're just right, unsettling.
Now, question, Captain. Has the cook ever used any of these monsters for like, okay, hypothetically, it gets hard sailing, right? Sometimes you get a little lost and sometimes you might need food. Now, have you ever used this as food, or is it a toxic kind of food?
No. Why would we do that? Don't get me wrong, I understand what you're saying. It gets hard sometimes when you're out at sea for months and months. We're a trade ship. We only do this route back and forth. There's no reason for us to ever run out of food. So, no. Unless you are suggesting that we try to eat that thing.
No. That's curiosity. Minor curiosity, I've asked, and thou.
No. This thing is strictly to be killed and set on fire. Right.
I can help with that.
Set it on fire.
Yes. So can I.
By all means.
Step aside for Xavier. Javier.
Xavier.
Professor
Xavier.
As our Americans say.
Xavier, right there, Bella Curie.
Bella Curie.
Oh yeah, Bella Curie.
No, how's the fire looking? Sort of like, what's happening there?
They are essentially, part of it is they're taking stuff from down below, dried wood specifically. They're not using any of the wood pieces that they're pulling up from the luggage or any of the like cargo. They have wood basically piled up on top of it that's just dried kindling essentially. You imagine that most of this has been taken from the stores, mostly for the cook to keep the stoves going. So that's where most of this came from, is just straight up lumber, and it'll set on fire real easy.
And I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire.
There it is. There's no reason at all for it to make a dex save, because it's a dead body. With all that fire around it, you immediately set that ablaze. It just starts to burn, and you notice the tar that had come out of it and spilled onto the deck, that sets up real quickly and just burns with a heart. I'm sorry. There's a dog, and she's very excited.
It sounded like the kazoo.
It's a squeaky toy for a dog. I apologize. The
folio work is so good.
Wow, your bonfire is making some really interesting noises there.
Sometimes art imitates life.
Yes.
Okay, we're good. So the fire like lights up around this thing, and it starts burning and crackling, and more of this tar comes out of the nose and the ears. I know I can't be taken serious right now. I can't. Oh boy. More and more of this tar comes out of the nose and the eyes and the ears, whatever you can assume is ear holes. But slowly, as it starts burning up brighter, it starts to crackle and peel, and your headache starts to slowly diminish a little bit and go away the more this thing is broken down, essentially. And the captain just kind of gives it a nod. Right. Now you see what exactly you're facing. They don't all look like that. That's a good idea of what they do look like.
I did not expect the headache.
It comes and goes. You look like them. It's a good indicator of being around them.
I will remember that.
Fire crackles up and creates this bright light, illuminating this kind of like misty image around all of you. More and more of these cargo pieces are being fished up out of the water and pulled on deck. All of these large crates and barrels are kind of pushed off to one side, and the bodies are pushed into another. Some are even throwing the bodies onto this already burning pile to set them alight, essentially, and get rid of them. Before, obviously, you go through the pockets, of course. They are sailors, after all. But as another few crates are pulled aboard and you get up right beside the shipwreck, you can see the damage that was done to it. You can see these claw marks that have ripped along the sides, and whole pieces of wood are just gone, bitten into and just ripped apart. The whole ship is just in tatters, floating around you, essentially. And then yeah.
How is it that you are still sailing?
We're faster than they were. And I'd like to think smarter.
That is fair. Or you
Kinda
are just
turns-
very lucky.
Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that. Who knows, maybe somebody's looking out for me. And he turns back and he kind of like gives a signal, and you see along the sides of the sail, again, all these runes light up along the sail, and immediately it just fills with air and the whole ship kind of jolts a little bit. As again, it starts to move past, and he basically wants to put as much distance between this and his ship as possible. But it's just as that happens, as the ship starts moving again, there is all of a sudden a clatter, and you look over to one side of the ship, and you catch it just as it disappears. One of those poles that was fishing things out is yanked out of a sailor's hand. But the man that was standing in front of him helping him pull it out still holds it. It's yanked overboard with them. You hear the splash as he hits the water. And there's another one on the other side. Another pole yanked out, and two more go flying over the side with it, yelling before they hit the water. And then silence.
That is not good.
No. No, it isn't. At that point, all at once, several lashes of whips and nets spring out and hit people on different sides of the ships. Let me see. Nine's not gonna hit anybody. 17. Does that hit you, D'Artagnan?
Yes. Yes.
17 hits you. Can you make a DC 10 strength check for me? And for the rest of you, I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Wait, can I just do? Sorry. Just can I do just a strength saving throw?
Yes.
Or okay, fantastic. I'm gonna do that. I'm nervous now. So we're fighting a monster, technically.
You don't know yet. You just know that several men around the ship, a lot of sailors, have now got nets over them or whips, grabbing arms, necks, whatever. And all of you are going on red alert as several men have disappeared off board.
Great. I can't find Roll20. Sorry, guys.
Can't help you with that.
There's that one, but where's the other one?
You're muted.
I've just seen my HP.
Yeah, you just did, because I saw it.
Hi. Protect me.
Okay, I'm gonna do a saving throw. Apparently, I don't know what's going on. Okay,
It's still
dexterity.
dependent. No, strength.
Strength. Okay.
It's pretty easy. I believe in you. Believe it or not.
Thanks.
Even though I'm trying to hurt you, I believe in you.
Thanks, Kayla.
You're welcome, Ken.
Yes. Strength check. Public roll. Normal roll.
Oh yeah, you're fine. This whip reaches out and hits you, and it tries to lash around your arm as you were turning away, but you yank away. And just before it gets completely around you, you pull free of it, and it just kind of falls to the deck. Useless. You can roll with normal advantage, but I need, or with normal, roll a normal one, but all the rest of you, I would like to roll initiative, please.
Initiative. Rolling.
Hey.
Noise.
That's not bad.
Noise.
Yeah, I don't have anything for that, do I?
Ooh. Okay. And I need Luca. I still need Luca, I believe. Oh no, you're there.
Nope.
Sorry. Yeep. Okay, so we have in order Scrat,
Hi.
Javier, and D'Artagnan at the same time. And then we have Luca. And a few other buddies are in there, you know, because it's no big deal.
Is Jackson fighting with us? I think Jackson should fight with us.
Jackson is nowhere to be seen. He is not going to be found on deck. You are on your own there.
Relatable.
All right. First up in the order, you see all of them lash out at the same time, and some of them fall to the ground, and some of the other sailors are caught up in these things. But crawling up the sides, you see these strange mer people pull themselves up. You do recognize them. They are not monsters. They are merfolk scouts as they pull themselves up on board, climbing up the sides. They all have spears and nets in hand, and they're trying to drag people in. Get the sense, all this commotion, you guys weren't the only one trying to pull supplies and bodies. You're not the only ones floating around in the water. And now they've all come to try and take some of that back from you. They climb up on board, and a few of them take slashes at other sailors, trying to take them down, grabbing under the nets, and 4 of them converge onto you guys, specifically. Being the closest to the bonfire and the biggest center of attention. But they're going to use basically all of their movement to get to you, so they won't do anything this turn. That is their turn. With moving on to next in order is Scrat. Shelby, what would you like to do?
I would like to go somewhere where they are not. If that is behind my teammates, that's great. If that's up the mast, also fine, as long as I don't have to use any of my action economy to do so.
I would say you can move behind everybody. Your back will be to the fire that had been built to burn the bodies. But you will be safely protected by everyone in front of you and a fire that they obviously cannot go through without hurting themselves. So
I just drop concentration on bonfire. That's free.
well, it still burns because they're still on fire, but
Curses. Well then, in that case, I shall panic slightly. I will take my short bow and I will fire at the closest one.
Oh,
Yes.
wait, Kayla. Sorry. So, Rakish Audacity, I guess I add my charisma modifier to my initiative roll?
oh, okay. So what would your corrected one be?
That would be a 19 now.
I will switch that up. We'll fix
Sorry.
that next turn. No, you're fine.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm still like figuring out this character.
First combat, you're forgiven.
Thanks, Scrat.
We're breaking it in.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna fire my short bow, the closest one. Clang!
Fire away.
A solid 13.
13 hits.
Oh heck!
They're fish people. They're not hard to hit. Nice.
And then I look towards D'Artagnan, and I say, nothing clever. You can do it, Captain, I believe in you! I give them a bardic inspiration.
Nice. You now
Damn
have
it,
a bardic inspiration.
It's still a d6.
A D6 goes a long way. If I have learned anything from watching the Bless curse or the Bless spell be used a million times in Critical Role, it goes a long way. Longer than you think. All right, next in the order, since we're just keeping the original order for now, I will let, no wait, shoot. I screwed all of that up, didn't I? We'll let D'Artagnan go next for now.
Awesome. Fantastic. Great. So I would like to... Okay, so also with Rakish Audacity, you also gain an additional way to use sneak attack. You don't need advantage on attack rolls to use sneak attack against creatures you are within 5 feet of it. No other creatures. Okay, so I have sneak attack. That's great. I would like.
You're a rogue.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to use my crossbow and fire. And how close am I to everyone? So I can use sneak attack.
I mean, you're not really hidden so much. They're kind of standing right in front of you. You didn't really have a chance to hide. They're also not directly in combat with anybody right now. At least the 4 that are the main threat to you. So it would probably be a regular roll unless you want to hide somehow. Find a box of crate to hide behind and then shoot.
Well, Kayla, I'd like to use my cunning action to hide and then
there you go.
Throw out a crossbow attack.
There you go. Give me that attack. Give me that sweet roll. 22 hits soundly. Are you firing at the same one that Shelby hit or a different one?
I sure am. And also
that does not answer the question.
Yes, I'm hitting the same one as Shelby.
Okay.
And also, while throwing that, I have this trait, a racial trait called basically Emissary of the Sea, and I would like to just yell out at the same time. Oh wait, which one is it? I basically can talk to fish and animals of the seas and beasts.
Merfolk, yeah. You can talk to merfolk. I would count them.
I would like to tell them to just get back the fuck off, or else y'all are gonna die. Wait,
Duly noted. Your threat has been issued properly.
As part of my bardic inspiration, I would like to go, yeah, you heard the captain, splish splosh!
Perfect. That is a perfect bardic inspiration.
All
right. So, quick maths.
14.
14. There you go. Oof, that one is not looking good. Yeah, that one is real bloody. You hit it soundly in the chest, and it just kind of doubles over and grabs the bolt, but it's still going somehow. All right, next in the turn order is going to be Javier.
Is none of you are standing in a puddle, I hope, because that is going to be a problem. He takes off the ring on his finger and he throws it up, and it turns into a very ornate purple whip that's just crackling with like purple lightning energy. And he uses it to slash at the first person that is closest to him.
Would not be the same one, but yes,
No, they're just
it's a bigger one and more
one
kind of
of
bulky
them.
looking as it kind of steps up into your face.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Michael Wayne, who gives a disadvantage to Kayla to give us all a chance. Also, thank you to Patrick Vistic, who donates £10. If you'd like to give someone an automatic success, or give the DM 2 disadvantages, or give the DM 3 advantages, or any of us disadvantages or advantages, let us know.
Would you like to use an advantage or an auto success on that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll take it. It's fine. It's fine.
Take the L.
I'll take the L. I'll take the L for this one.
You flip it up and it's so cool in your mind. You catch your ring again and it transforms into this long whip that's just crackling with energy. And you're like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. And you whip out to go catch it and it just goes wide, essentially, and just strikes a box not even close to it. And you're like, everybody's kind of like meant to do that?
The ship is moving. It is hard. I will try again. I'm going to use my second attack.
Do it.
Dude.
20, that soundly hits. Yes.
Yes. How much? Oh boy, it's been a while since I've done roll 20 damage.
Oh, I gotta do it.
What, do you have to do it? How does that work again? Like this? Oh, like that.
There you go. Wow. Yeah, that hits him.
That's like
hard.
16 damage.
Yeah, you get him squarely across the chest. Let's see.
I didn't fill that one in right, but
He needs to actually make a Constitution saving throw. 17, unfortunately, beats the DC. I should actually make it public, you can see it. He rolled a 17. Trust me on this. He's not deafened, but there's this loud sound that just emanates as it whips and hits him across the chest, like a boom of thunder all of a sudden, just going all the way across the ship.
I'm sorry for your ears.
It's putting on quite the show, if I do say so myself. Is that all? And then
Yeah,
go
that's
on the
all.
section. Okay.
That's all he's gonna do.
Next in the turn is Luca. What would you like to do?
Luca is going to throw her notebook into the pouch on her side and pull the axe off of her back. And as it comes out of its sheath, the axe is actually looks like it was once a spade that she has transformed into an axe. She's going to go running up to the one that everyone has been the most people has been attacking, and bring the axe spade and try to hit it at its knees.
Awesome. Give me an attack roll. 11 just missed. So you go to swing at it, but something about this like slithery kind of merfolky person, just you don't quite connect.
Okay. I would like to use my second attack and kind of, it's a class ability. And continue that slice into the next one that has been damaged.
Okay. There's two of them. One is they're both very, very bloody.
Right. So I want to do attack, yeah. So I'll come out the
Go
second
ahead.
one.
Yes, that definitely hits. Give me some damage.
Okay, how's that?
10 slashing. The same one that had been cracked with that thunder wave, you come in right behind with your spade. Miss the first time, but as you come back with the backhand to hit it, there's this sound. You know the sound of somebody getting hit with a frying pan? It's very similar to this sound as you crack him upside the head with the flat of the blade, and his whole head cranks to the side, and you hear this sick crack. All of a sudden, he just falls to the deck dead.
Nice.
Anyone else
First-
mildly concerned about how often Kayla hits people in the head with frying pans?
A
I
little.
hit people in what?
Yeah, that sounded very familiar.
I've seen PUBG for a moment. All right, next in the turn. There's a pause as these things are all kind of like clawing and trying to grab at whatever they can get. But the whole ship kind of like is jarred for a moment, and you see this large hand come over the side of the ship and pull itself up as this large human shark man pulls himself up onto the deck and stands there and gets up to his feet and glares at all of you, and he opens his mouth. And again, it's rows and rows of teeth, but this time they're all shark teeth. There's nothing that you haven't encountered before, specifically D'Artagnan. It is not monstrous. You do not get a headache, but it is definitely something to be concerned about. It's a giant thing as he comes up and he just yells at all of you. But unfortunately, he has to use all of his movement to get up on deck. But a new player has entered.
That is not good.
No, it's not. Bringing us back to the top of the order, the Mer Scouts. They now take their turns to go after you guys. But the first one, the one that was hurt by D'Artagnan and Shelby, can't. Actually, you have to make a stealth roll for me, Kent, just to see how well you're hidden. You're muted.
All right, sounds good. You say a stealth roll?
Yes. It should be easy for you. You've got this. I believe.
Thanks.
13 is enough. They're not the best at perceiving. That means the only one that he does see that did hurt him left in his view is unfortunately Shelby, as he chooses to do a multi-attack. He's going to go at you twice with his short sword. First one is a 9. Does that hit you, Shelby? No, you're muted.
A 9 does not hit me.
All right. Second one, 22.
Ah!
Yeah. That one's gonna hurt. 4 piercing damage as he sticks you with the short sword.
Ouch. That is significant damage to Shelby.
Yeah. You see him bleed bad. All right, and then the next one is gonna go, one is dead, so we can cross that guy out. Next one is gonna move in, because of the boom, is gonna go after Javier. Again, we're gonna do another, no, we're not gonna do another one. We're gonna do a whip attack to see if we can get you.
Jesus.
Critical. Yeah. And I need you to make a strength check.
Oh, no.
To see if you get wrapped up in this whip.
Oh.
18 beats it. However, you do take a quick 7 points of damage from this whip.
All right.
He is frustrated. He's just going to leave it for there for now. The next one, however, is also going to try to go after you, Javier, with 1 short sword attack. 14, does that hit?
That does not hit.
That doesn't hit. All right. And that will be the scout's turn for now. Going next to D'Artagnan.
All right. So I'm still in hiding, right?
Yes.
I would like to do some crazy.
They are also in combat, so no matter even if you do come out of hiding, you will still get a sneak attack.
Right. Okay. I would like to I'd like to go for the guy who's whipping everyone, and I would like to do a nice like double slap with my dual wielding.
Hit him.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my first one.
Yep.
It's a normal roll, and
that
then
hits.
I'm gonna do my second one. Okay.
Yep. Both of them hit. Give me your damage.
Okay.
You only get sneak attack on the first one, though.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to turn that one off for the second one then and roll publicly. Okay, so 29.
Yeah, that definitely. You come up right behind him as he's this whip guy is trying to go after Javier, and he pulls his whip back in, and you hear him curse underneath his breath, and you understand it as this like, fuck, he's gonna try and go for it again. You slash him across the back the first time, and then you carve across him with the second one, and he just falls like this and just collapses to the ground. Blood coming out of all of his wounds. That is another one down. All right. And is there any other movement that you would like to take?
I would like to just,
Or bonus action.
Bonus action cannot be used as an attack action, though, right?
No.
So, okay.
Well, yeah, I believe it can be for rogues.
If you have an offhand weapon, anyone can do it technically.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a crossbow. But
Do you have 2 attacks, or do you only have 1?
I
thought you only have 1.
I think I only
That might have been the
one.
bonus.
You can offhand attack with a bonus weapon, but if you don't have any skills that make that good, then you don't add any of your modifiers to it. You just add proficiency if you have it. You don't add anything to the damage.
I mean, I have nothing that really, yeah.
All right. Then the next in the order will be Shelby, who is hurt.
Oh wait. I would like to hide action.
Hide for your bonus action?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Give me another stealth roll real quick, and we will move on to Shelby while you are rolling that.
Okay, sounds good.
Javier! You lift me up when times are slow. As I cast Healing Word on Javier as a bonus action.
Ah, merci. Javier looks like extremely confused for like the first 3 seconds, like, what is happening here? And then he's like, whatever you are doing, please keep doing it.
And then main action, short bow on who's one of the scouts? Is the person
there is a guy that just hit
swording
you
me
in front of you. Yeah.
Oh well, if
Go
he's
ahead.
that close range, then I will. Do I panic yet? No, I don't panic yet. I'm gonna dagger him.
Hit him with your dagger.
Nyeh.
Poke him in the toe. That actually just misses. You go to stab him in the tail as it lashes around in front of you, but it's just too quick as you stab it and hit the neck instead.
Help!
That all he got?
That's all he's got.
Okay.
I don't
Next
want to
up,
run away
intern.
because there'll be a bonus, an opportunity attack. So
Yeah. Whoa, just staying there, readying up. Javier, you are the next one in turn.
How far is Baby Shark away from us?
Baby Shark is still Baby Shark. He's still over by the railing. He's not quite gotten up to you guys yet. You know, the next time he comes around, he's probably gonna come up to you guys. Say hello.
Yeah, probably. I kind of want to say hello first. So, like, can I get over there? With
Yeah, I mean, yeah, go ahead. You can get. I mean, it's a ship. It's not that big.
All right.
You can definitely get up in his face if you want to, or just within 10 feet, whatever the ranges of your whip. I don't remember.
I think
They
it's like
gave.
10 or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Daddy Shark.
Is it Daddy Shark?
Daddy
Okay.
Shark. Or
Then
Grandpa
I
Shark,
would like
know.
to
da 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 da.
to make this even worse and get us entirely out of the PG area. I would like to use my whip on Daddy Shark.
Yeah, you would. Give me that sweet. Yeah, that hits him hard.
Yeah, I would like to expend the charge to force him to make the Constitution saving throw.
Yes. Let's see. He needs to. 20. No, he saves from it. But you do squarely hit him. Give me that sweet, sweet damage. Roll.
16.
Oh, yeah. That's a good hit.
Oh,
And I can't do math on the fly.
He looks shocked.
Okay.
I am also using a
Yeah, you hit him and you cut him deep. Bonus action? ahead.
Yes. He looks like a mean guy. So I just look at him and I'm just like, as my whip hits, I'm like, you. And I cast Hexblade's Curse on him as a bonus action. So he's now cursed for a minute.
Please post the spell in chat because I cannot remember it. Warlock is one of the only classes that I have not played in D&D.
Let me see. What is it? Hexblade's Curse. Let's go. Does it?
There we go. Thank you.
It's a big one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's perfect.
And cool. I'm going to attack him again.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You do get 2 attacks. By all means. Whip him again. Whip him, daddy. Yeah, that hits.
For 10 damage. Yeah. Plus 3. That's my proficiency bonus.
Yeah, you hit him nice and hard. He is bloody as heck. You know the next time you hit him, he's probably going to go down.
Yeah.
And that is your turn.
Yes.
Luca, you are next up. There is one that is bloodied but still going after Shelby. There's one that is perfectly fine. And then there is Shark Boy who looks pretty hurt. Yep.
Also, Michael Wayne gives Kent Weedham an advantage. Sorry.
I would like to turn around and try to smack the one in front of Shelby with my spade.
Hit him. Oh, yeah, 22 hits.
For 7 slashing, please.
It's like you swing over Shelby's head as he's just kind of like trying to duck and dodge and pull his dagger up out of the ground. You wheel back and smack it hard, and this time you hit it with the side that had been sharpened, and it just carves into his shoulder, and he's done. Send him home. He's done. Fish sticks.
And I would like to use my second attack on the one that is unhurt. Do I need to move to do that?
Yes, but I would say it is within your range to do so.
Perfect. For 25.
25 hits.
For 11.
11. Nicely done. Yeah, he's not looking good either.
And you know what? I'm going to spend a key point, please.
Yeah.
Do Flurry of Blows.
Yeah, get that Flurry of Blows going. Oh, 12 just misses.
Okay, that's the one.
Oh!
Oh, no!
No, I'm lucky. I can re-roll a 1.
Yes, you are.
For
17 does hit.
Okay. 4 bludgeoning.
4 damage.
I can do it?
How'd you like to kill him?
I want to take my first fist, which misses, and after the second, using the second one, kind of take a second just to and smack him against the
Yeah. Yeah, you hit him nice and hard, and he is seeing stars before he hits the deck, and it's just gone. Next in the turn is our resident Shark Boy, who is not happy that he just got hit a lot. So he is going to take his turn to do a multi-attack against you, Javier. First one, he's going to bite for 11. Was that hit? Nope. Okay. It's his claws. 15. Does that hit?
15 hits.
All right. He's going to rake across you with his claws to do 3 slashing damage.
Oh, 3?
Apparently I'm rolling like shit tonight. Good signs for everyone when the DM is rolling like shit.
I'm not complaining.
He racks across you. Actually. Yeah. Alright. Bringing us back to the top of the order. A few scouts who have seen their comrades fall turn in. You get 2 more that come at you guys. And they're going to come in. One is going to... one is going to try to whip at Luca, seeing that just punch of amazingness. Does a 10 hit? I don't think so. No. The other one is going to try to whip at... We'll go again for the loud one, Javier. 16.
Yes.
All right. Give me another strength check.
Oh no.
You get 3 slashing damage.
Oh,
11 just makes it. The DC is 10.
thank you.
So you're not wrapped up in this whip, but you do take 3 points of slashing damage as it just catches you Indiana Jones style.
That's fine. I'm fine.
But you see a few of the sailors have definitely put some wounds already into these guys, trying to send them back. A few you see around you, a few of the sailors have actually pushed some of them off, and a few have already fallen back, but there's these two are not ready to give up the fight just yet. Bringing us next in turn to D'Artagnan at the top.
Oh yes, D'Artagnan would like to go, and balls a-blazing, go to Shark Daddy and slice him the heck up. Avast, thou.
Avast. You have advantage, I will say, because you are flanking with Javier.
Awesome, which would give me sneak attack for one of my vicious rapiers.
Hell yeah. Give me that sweet, sweet attack.
16?
That's that advantage, so you can roll again to see if you get that.
Oh,
good.
Shoot, you're right. Okay. 20. Oh, okay.
Yes!
So we're gonna do a 26 on that one, and then
Hell yeah.
So this is also an advantage for the second attack, right?
Well, give me your damage first, because he's already bloodied.
Well, I just want to do 2 hits on him, but okay, we'll cancel that one, and we'll do that. Oh
Plus
wait,
sneak attack.
shit! We're gonna roll that. Roll it. How do? Okay, hold on. Sorry.
You can
So
roll
that's
just sneak attack
roll
and double it if you want.
3d6. Okay. Oh.
Nicely
Fuck.
done.
Okay, so that would be 8
that's
plus
20.
28.
28 points of damage. Yeah. You hurt him real bad. You
And then-
basically take your... Actually, tell me how you want to do it. Tell me how you want to kill Shark Boy.
Okay,
Who
so
is dumb enough to get on this ship.
Shark Boy. So like I am jumping from. Okay, so I see Javier doing some damage, and I'm like, I want to help, and so like I'm like jumping from side point to point, and then I just grab one of my knives, do a twirl, and then right against his like from here up, so it like kind of like tries. I was like aiming to cut his head off.
Yeah.
And while doing that, I go, better not know which moment may be your last alive, to be mystery of it all. Jack
And you
Sparrow.
slash him up. You see that giant slash. Javier, you see this from the front. The sword actually comes through at certain points, like slicing through butter as he just throws the sword, catches it up, and comes behind with it, almost backhands it. And this guy bisects into 2 different pieces as he falls to the ground.
Nice.
Yeah, you do have one more attack, Kent, if you like.
I guess I would probably just dart to the next thing if I have it. Or yeah, why not? Let's just throw an attack. We'll attack whatever's closest.
There's one that is already looking pretty bloody close to you. Yeah, that definitely hits.
With no sneak attack or anything, it's just I
That's
want to
still,
just right into its like back spine or whatever.
that still does some pretty hefty damage to him. He is standing barely. All right. Next up in the turn is Shelby.
Shelby. Who's looking most hurt? Is Javier's okay now? Or did they get hit again?
No, it's when D'Artagnan hit the shark and the shark fell down. You could see that Javier did like a very deep inhale, and it looked very creepy, as if he was taking something from the shark, dude. And suddenly he looks completely all right. He looks as if nothing ever hurt him.
Love it.
It's like
I've
the
regained all my
essence
hit
of the
points.
sea just comes right back into his mouth as he breathes it in. Just deep inhale.
Luca came over and sorted out my fishy problems, right? So,
Yes. There is one guy that D'Artagnan just your Captain O'Captain just hit that is very, very bloody. The other guy is looking damaged, but not quite to the extent of what D'Artagnan just did to this other one.
I wouldn't go and steal my captain's kill, so I'll shoot at the other one.
Yes.
19!
Oh yeah, that hits. Yeah, that hits.
14!
14, nicely done. You
No,
put him
just-
into the
just-
bloody.
Just
Or 4, sorry. I don't know why I said 14. You definitely put him into the bloody category.
We're so proud of you, Shelby.
And then I'll turn to Luca, say, I'm sorry, I'm not very good at dodging. I got my dukes out of a box. And I'm giving them Bardic Inspiration.
This is gonna be all season. Episode 2, guys. Episode 2. Next up in line is actually Javier. So there are 2 very, very bloodied individuals in front of you. Merfolk. Looking
How bloodied?
bloodied.
Oh, I guess I'll attack him. Yeah, I'm gonna attack the one that's closest, like just randomly left.
Yeah. Hit him. Whip, whip.
Wow.
Nicely done.
There's a 26. No charge spent. Full 15.
Oh, yeah. The moment that Shelby hits it with this bolt, it's like that arrow, it acts as kind of the conductor, as almost your whip reaches out, wraps around the tip of it, and just slashes through this guy as he falls down dead as well. There's one left standing in front of D'Artagnan.
I'm gonna attack him from like the back, I guess. If I'm not next to D'Artagnan, any way I can, really. Wherever it's gonna hit him, it's probably gonna hit him somewhere painful. That's a 25.
Yeah. Give me that damage.
No charge spent.
Yeah, you're
13.
good. Yeah, he's done for. How would you like to kill the last guy?
I think the whip just sort of like wraps around his throat from the back, and then like that lightning energy comes through, and it just like, because he's merfolk, he's like completely damp, and that's not a good combination. It is. So
like one of those cartoons where it wraps around him and then he gets shocked and you see his skeleton for a moment.
A little bit,
yeah.
A little bit. And then Javier just calls the whip back.
It comes right back to you. It's strange D'Artagnan had done the same thing. And you had done the same thing to Javier and impressed Javier. Your excellent work with a blade, bisecting one of these merfolks. Javier comes around and impresses you right back by wrapping around this merfolk's neck and just electrocuting them and essentially almost taking their head clean off with just a whip.
Delightful.
We are actually now out of combat. All the other sailors chase off these other ones and they all splash back into the water, going away. You see another one of those shark guys kind of like come out of the water and glare at you and kind of just hiss before sinking back down underneath the waves, and they all skulk off in their own separate directions. We are out of combat.
Luca will pull her notebook out of her pocket and kind of walk up to the closest sailor, somebody, whoever is closest to her, who is would be on the ship, and just, Is this a common occurrence for seafaring journeys?
The captain's the one that speaks up for him, as the guy is kind of like trying to like hold his arm where he had gotten whipped at one point in time. And the captain's just like, fortunately, not as much traffic in these waters anymore. This has become a regular occurrence. Normally they're too scared off by all the ships going back and forth, but now that we're the only ones, they seem to think they have free reign over these areas. They're not as terrifying as those monsters once were.
She'll write that down.
You all...
Are you okay?
E?
Yes, you.
I'll be alright. Just a little bit of blood.
Are you sure?
A little bit of rest will probably sort me out.
Yes, we should get you help. Can you stand? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm standing. I'm okay. Look, they might not be very good, but...
Javier's like a little bit like, is he doing his thing or is he like genuinely alright? He looks a little bit worried.
I mean, he definitely has a large gash that looks pretty bad, but, you know, alright.
We're gonna get you patched up.
If we're taking a rest, I mean, I can magic, you know, like I did for you when I did the magic, the heal song.
Yes, thank you very much for that.
By all means, you all have done more than you know. We do have a lot more bodies to burn now, but I'd rather that than my entire crew be taken. So I thank you for helping. You've already done enough. I suggest going downstairs, getting your drinks and your food, getting rest, especially.
Bonfire! Great bonfire.
That scared the shit out of me!
But it's slowly been dying down in terms of fire. Now suddenly just goes whoosh as it lights right back up again.
Javier's just like,
it's like a techno fire. It pulses in time with this.
Shelby, I would prefer a warning next time.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, headphones users.
And that's how bards do.
They sure do.
I'll go down below deck. You can have your rest, your food for the night, get settled in, patch yourself up, clean up the blood, get well fed and rested. You do have to pay for drinks. That's only because the cook is a greedy bastard.
Can I try to
Money.
persuade him or like charm him of some degree for free drinks? Because I mean, we just did kill like some baddies that were trying to overtake the ship, and like, why is all the rum gone? Is like one of the questions. Like, why?
Give me a persuasion check. I will give you advantage, a very weak advantage for that. Only because you added the pirates joke.
Sweet.
18. Yeah, he eventually, after a moment, he kind of relents. But you see, after you get your free drinks, the next guy who comes up in line, he's like, all right, you're paying double. And he gets...
This cook's a dick.
Don't insult the people who make your food. They are in a very powerful position.
You're right. You're right.
I know I am.
The ship or the cook on the Sapphire Winds is paid very well, so he would never do anything this cruel to his shipmates.
When I go up to the cook for food, I would just like to... You know how, like, people create minor illusions every day with, like, makeup and stuff, right? I'm just gonna do that, but minor illusion my eyes so that they're huge as I look up to him holding this bowl.
Please, sir. Please.
He looks at you, kind of pauses and just kind of, oh. And then he slops this big old thing on in your bowl and just kind of hands it over to you, sloshes back and forth. I mean, it's good. It's good food, but, you know.
Thank you!
You all get your food, you get to eat, you get a few congratulatory rounds from a few of the other sailors thanking you for helping them, which they still have to pay for, because, you know, they all kind of come over and they're like, crabs, every time. They give you your drinks. You guys getting all nice and liquored up. Eventually wander off to bed. You're all sitting in your own hammocks for the night, drifting off and getting rested and swayed by the ship. Chaos of the day taking toll. I'll start to fall asleep. Comfortable. Then the door opens to your quarters. You hear rustling around. And first it's Javier that's waking up. And then below is Luca, shaken. And as you kind of come to and wake up, and you two, Shelby and D'Artagnan, I'm assuming you're sleeping above each other.
I would have used the Song of Rest to get that extra D6 healing die, so I'll be sleeping extra hard. Everyone gets that. I'll proc it. Boop.
Yeah.
Shelby, you're such a good boy.
You get these sounds kind of like jostle you all awake. It takes a little longer for Shelby, but eventually he comes to and wakes up. But you see a very frantic looking Jackson in quarters again. He's standing there, papers in his bag, all like huddled up in his arms, and he kind of looks over you guys. Wake up, wake up. All of you, wake up.
Eh.
Talk.
Eh.
Wake up.
Eh.
Shelby, that's your name. Wake up. You get halfway through the song, and he snatches it out of your lips.
Morning.
Look, we need to talk, okay? I know you all think this is a joke, that this is all for money and everything, but
What?
seriously, we need to talk.
You and me?
All of us.
Oh! I noticed that everyone else is awake.
Look, I know you all plan on going to this island. I know you signed some kind of contract. I know all of that, okay? I listen to things, okay? I hear stuff. Captain thinks I'm crazy. I'm not crazy, right? I'm not crazy. All of you are going to the island. I highly suggest, whatever you do, you turn around and you leave. Do not stay on that island. Do you understand me? Don't stay on the island. I know. Find Eli and Ella. Trust me. I want them back alive as much as possible, but do not stay on.
Jackson, we were not planning on doing that.
I don't even mean for a day. Don't stay there.
He's gonna be fine.
It's not gonna be fine. You don't understand. That place. Captain doesn't believe in it, but I do. I lived there. for over a year, and I've seen things on that place. Really is cursed.
I mean, that's why we're there, to take care of the curse.
Yes. What Lucas said.
Don't understand.
What is it we don't understand?
Luca, you're the archon, the whatever. You're the smart one, right? You've done things, you've studied things, right? Did you see in the corner that sigil, that little thing, that whatever the hell it is? Little mark. You saw it, right?
The house?
Yes, I suppose that you had put that there, Mr. Jackson.
Those aren't my orders. I don't stay there. That mark? It's tattooed on the back of the captain's neck, too. Take a look at that when you take the chance. Tell me, what the hell is that? I sure as hell can't figure it out. I saw it all over that island.
In similar places?
Not tattooed on people's necks. I just saw it. Just trust me on this. If you see that mark anywhere, you run from it, okay?
What did it look like?
It has like and she'll kind of sketch it in her notebook. It's like a long diamond shape, I think, with a little circle at the top. Am I getting that right?
It's like shaped
Tentacle?
What she ends up sketching out looks like kind of like a house, like a rudimentary house looking thing, where it's two long points here. I can just draw it. What she ends up sketching out, something. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. She ends up sketching out something that looks a bit like that.
Okay.
Javier's like hanging from the top bunk, like hanging half down as he's looking at what Luke is drawing.
Okay.
Always sunny by that house.
What I thought too. It's what I thought. It's like it's a sun over a house, whatever. I don't give a shit. It's just another symbol or whatever.
How long has it been since you've slept?
What does that matter?
It does.
Really, sleep is necessary for a functioning brain.
You all think I'm crazy, don't you?
No.
No.
If I
I'm
thought you were
crazy.
crazy, you
Think
would
I'm
not be
crazy.
here.
You another.
I don't think you're crazy. I just think you're tired and maybe a little irrational.
Yes.
Think I'm irrational. I have never been thinking clearer in my entire life. You look for that sigil on the island and you run from it. You understand me?
I cast sleep.
We will try.
Jimmy? Oh yeah, he's.
I'm just gonna
You
guide
get
him
the
into
sense,
my
yeah.
bunk. Into my bunk.
Like the moment he's like, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. And he just kind of like slowly passes out and falls into the bunk as Shelby guides him and puts him to bed.
D'Artagnan gives him the extra pillow just so he's more comfortable. He did look really unrested, and the bags under his eyes were
I don't
really
think
bad.
I don't think that he's like crazy or anything. I just poor guy really needed to sleep.
It's good for your health to sleep. Yes.
He's going
Good
to
job,
hate
Shelby.
Hang on a second. And I'll just play another little song of rest over.
Another little song, little lullaby, if you will, kind of eases you all off back to another sleep.
Captain, can I top and tail with you? Captain,
I don't think he knows what that means.
Captain, not of this ship.
Yes, I am captain of not this ship. What's up? How may I help you?
Can I top and tail?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, it's more like
Come on.
tail and all of me, but you know.
You can tail up right next to me if you want. It's fine. Yes. Thou can come for warmth.
A bit damp sleeping with D'Artagnan.
What?
You are a fish person.
That's okay.
We don't judge here, Kayla.
I'm not judging. I'm stating a fact. You are a fish person, and it is a tad damp.
It's not damp. We just glisten. How dare you?
But slowly you all go back to sleep with Shelby's little lullaby playing in your head. And I believe that's where we will end for tonight's session.
Aww. So wholesome.
It's so wholesome.
Oh, right, that's me. Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Here we are at the end of the stream. Can you tell I'm a little out of it? I woke up really early today to go and do all the things.
Well, you know,
really
Scrat,
cute.
sleep is essential.
It's really cute, except for horrible monsters with teeth down there.
You're all gonna die. Okay, cool, but we're first gonna take a nap. Bye.
But first,
But first,
slumber party!
you gotta get your 8 hours a day.
Yeah. Yes. So do like the players in our game and sleep, unlike Scratticus, unless I can interest you in one of our appealing warlock patronages, which are available to any who we have a reasonable patron scheme. I'll get that up and link that shortly. In the meantime, let's go around and say hello. Oh, no, wait, hang on a minute. We've got credits for that. We have credits. Ignore me. Ignore me. We'll just get the Patreon thing. Hi, Scratticus. Hi. Here is a shareable link. There you go. Can our raid cry be bonfire? Sure. Why not?
Bonfire.
I like it.
And nothing better than the burning rulebook emote to go with that, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's the... our new emotes are great. I still consider them new. They're wonderful. There we go. Yes.
Did you see that you have 69 in donations?
I did. Nice. Oh, actually, I prefer the way Kent did it. I like that.
Yeah. Bonfire.
With the hyphens. I was like, do I hyphen? And I was like, no, I won't hyphen. I hyphened.
Bonfire. It's time to duel.
I will do it again.
Cap is spreading.
Okay, so let's go on a raid. Join us for the raid with the raid cry bonfire, and enjoy these credits. Also check out our sponsors, Mage Hand Press, The Deck of Many, and Hero Forge, all of whom have Black Friday sales on. Some of whom have the code Scratticus for extra stuff. Check it out. You can see them as I link them. I'll link all of those things whilst the credits are rolling. We will be back in around an hour. Katie Kwazotic is going to be joining us. Alice, this week, because of Thanksgiving, we are not running the Hikagard as normal. Alice is going to be storming in to run an Eberron one-shot with the new Eberron books that we got from D&D recently. So that's going to be really fun. Kayla, you look upset.
I'm so jealous. I want to get into Eberron so bad. I had a taste of it once, and I'm just like, let me back in! Let me in!
Yeah, you are the meme. Well, everyone, join us for that. We will see you in around an hour. Keep evoking emotions. Bye!